Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator and we've got some more news regarding Star Citizen Alpha 3.18, still in Evocator phase. It is the Edge patch that we had today, and some really exciting news when it comes to bed logout, especially bed logout when it comes to combat situations. You know, piracy is going to be a big deal in Star Citizen Alpha 3.18, and it seems like the developers may have found an interesting solution to make it work with persistent entity streaming, and also to prevent people from abusing the system as well, which has been one of the biggest plagues when it comes to piracy gameplay as of right now. So what's going on over there in 3.18 when it comes to persistent entity streaming and bed logout? Well, they do say here that bed logout v1 for persistent entity streaming is now active, and right now the logout interaction is currently only available if you are the only actor in the ship. So that means that if there are other people in the ship, you cannot bed logout. That means, for example, that if you are being boarded in your ship, then you cannot log out as well. Now, keep that in mind, right? But that also means that if you have crew members, then you cannot log out too. Anyway, when you log out of the ship and the players are now instantly stalled, which I believe is the intended result, because and that's the reason why bed logout was disabled until now, because I think that because of persistent entity streaming, from what I have read over the past recent leaks that were leaked to us by Evocaddies, it seemed that ships and players were persisting in the universe for way too long, several minutes, and sometimes even longer, and it just prevented players from re-entering the game, or there were maybe instances in which there were several of the same player in the game because of that, and it was just a big issue that the developers seemed to have fixed. But of course, if ships and players are instantly stowed, that is an issue when it comes to piracy, because some people do not like being harassed or attacked by pirates. Sometimes Star Citizen is a multiplayer game, so it's something that you have to accept. It's a dangerous game. You may be attacked by pirates if you are engaging in cargo hauling. It's something that's part of the game. But some people just don't like it. They as soon as they are being attacked, they go to their bed and they log out and they just hop servers, right? Well, Cloud Imperium Games want to stop that from happening, and this is how they are going to be doing it. Now, it's not the case right now with the current patch, but it could be very well change in future iteration, either in Evocaddy or later in PTU, or even in 3.18.1. So that is the whole purpose of this video, is to keep you informed of what's going on, and also to let you know, guys, that what you may hear about bed logout is only a temporary solution. The developers are aware of it, and they are going to improve that. So in the future, they want to restrict to be ship owner only, and they are going to disallow bed logout if someone else's vehicle is in your ship. They're also going to disallow bed logout if also you are in a combat situation. So that is very important here, because obviously if you are in a combat situation, the only solution to leave the game is going to be Alt F4, quit the game without bed logout. If you do that, your ship is still going to persist, the cargo is still going to persist, and so the pirates will still be able to get all of the booty that you might have been carrying. But they do not want people to do any bed logout anymore and do some server hopping, which is why the game will detect if you're in a combat situation, and if that is the case, you will not be able to use the bed logout. You will have to wait until the combat is finally over. So that's something that's very interesting here. So do not jump on your horses right now. Do not try to melt Spectrum down because of what you are hearing these days about bed logout. It is something that will be changing, and the devs are actively working on preventing bed logout when it comes to piracy. So that's really something that I wanted to make clear here, and that's absolutely awesome. I cannot wait to see how they are going to be doing this. Anyway, we still have a couple of feature updates here for this 3.18.h patch here. When it comes to the buggy racetrack, there's been a couple of adjustments here. They reduced the steepness of the ramp, jump, and bridge so that vehicles don't flip over at high speeds. I'm going to do a lot of races here with that buggy, by the way. Also, extra optimizations for Gen 12. They fixed 4 client crashes, 6 server crashes, a major Gen 12 GPU particle crash as well. So there we have it, guys. This is what we had to say about bed logouts, the update that are coming up with 3.18. I think that it's going towards the right direction, but let me know in the comment section down below, guys. What do you guys CIG should do when it comes to bed logout, and especially in the combat situation? How should they prevent server hopping when players are being attacked in a or interacted in a hostile way in Star Citizen? Are you a pirate, perhaps? How do you guys feel about those changes? I would like to know everything in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, a big shout out to my Patreons too, who help keeping the lights on, including Dr. Fobin, Wolfpack Pug, Zeo Crusher. It's been the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.